After many years of writing in notebooks and creatively documenting my memories, I have concluded that autumn is the best time of year to journal. Whether you want to get back into a rhythm of journaling or want to start journaling, now is the perfect time. Don't wait for the new year when the pressure is high and motivation is low. Start now, during one of the most romantic seasons of the year, when nothing sounds better than curling up with your journal among the leaves and jotting down your ideas and memories. So grab your journals and let's get started. I have several ideas that will surely inspire you to romanticize your life and fall memories in your journal and keep journaling for all the seasons to come. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kelsey Lee, and I'd love to have you join our community by hitting subscribe. I also want to share that today's video is kindly sponsored by Skillshare. More on them later in the video. One of my favorite easy and fun entries to kickstart journaling in a new season is to create a bucket list. Writing down all of the things you want to do this season to make it memorable and romanticize this time is a great way to get excited, but also to create memories that you can document later. Another idea that I love is simply to bring your favorite quotes for the season into your journal. I find that often others say it best, and I can use their words to describe how I feel about the season. I personally love Anne of Green Gables and her quote, "I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers." There is something about this time of year that makes me so grateful to be alive. Maybe it's the little dyings of the leaves that remind me how precious and impermanent life is, or just the Thanksgiving season that makes me want to keep a gratitude list in my journal. You can try gratitude journaling by writing down one thing you're grateful for each day, or maybe even try doing it on a weekly basis, reflecting back on all you have to be grateful for that week. Although I love bringing in creative elements to document my life and really romanticize it, that wasn't always the case. In college, I kept a very simple bullet list of all the things I was grateful for, and it worked great. Although getting creative is a ton of fun and I encourage you to try it, there's also nothing wrong with simple paper and pen. Do what works for you. One of my favorite things about seasonal journaling is capturing the weather of the season and all the ways nature is changing around me. I love to write about the crunch of leaves, the bright, beautiful mums, and the sound of rain on a cold and windy day as I'm inside, curled up with a book. I love nature journaling at all times of year, but there really is something special about the fall season and all the change it brings. I love going to the park and maybe even allowing the dog to come to and sitting down with my journal and just noticing, paying attention to all the change that is happening around me and all the beauty that is in it. There are many ways to bring that beauty to life in your journal. Doing an illustration or using stickers, or even finding a few treasures in nature to bring back and stick into your journal, like a feather, or even a leaf. You can press them between the pages of your journal to create art for your home, or you might even find a way to put it into your journal so that you have those memories for years to come. Romanticizing life is all about appreciating the little joys of the everyday. Whether it's using a favorite mug or reading certain books during this time of year, ask yourself, what are the little joys that make this season special for you? The more you journal and look back on your entries, the more you will find that it is the little joys, the small moments of the everyday that you most want to cherish and look back on. These are the things that make your journal a beautiful and personal reflection of your life. Of course, another way to embrace the season is to bring elements of it into your planner and to also think specifically about the goals you want to accomplish in this season. What is it you want to do with your one wild and precious life? How can each day bring you a little bit closer to the person you want to become? With so much change happening around us, it's only natural that we think about how we want to change. What new skills do we want to learn? What do we want to create? How will we grow this season? Whatever your answers to these questions, I guarantee there's a class for you on Skillshare. I'm so excited to be partnered with Skillshare on this video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of online classes and members, and we all come together to find inspiration and take the next step in our creative journey. If you want to learn many more ways to journal and go even deeper, then Skillshare definitely has classes for you. I personally have enjoyed their class on gratitude journaling, but there are so many others that have made a big difference in my own journaling journey. Skillshare has classes on a wide variety of topics, including illustration, graphic design, photography, creative writing, animation, music production, film and video, marketing, and on and on. So whether you want to learn the basics of watercolor painting or learn how to start your own creative business, Skillshare has classes to take you from beginner to pro alongside a very supportive community. If you are ready to unlock your creativity and learn something new this season, then I have good news for you. Skillshare is giving a 1-month free trial of Skillshare to the first 1,000 people who use my link in the description. I truly get so much value from Skillshare, so I cannot encourage you enough to check out the link in the description. Thank you again to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. When I'm not learning something new on Skillshare or journaling, you can probably find me curled up by the fire with my nose in a book. Autumn is definitely one of my favorite times to romanticize the joy of reading, and there are many ways to do so with your journal. One of my favorite ways is to use my journal as a place to create a to-be-read list of all the books I want to read this fall. Another great idea is to create a review spread of your favorite cozy reads, or a book that you feel best captures the season. One of my favorite seasonal reads is The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady by Edith Holden. This book is actually a memoir. It is the collected journals of a woman in the 1900s who chose to spend an entire year documenting the everyday nature right around her. She does so with exquisite watercolor paintings and reflections on the nature and weather in her country village. It is a beautiful book and a treasure of inspiration for your own seasonal journaling. Throughout this video, I've shared multiple examples of my journal entries that I've created over the years, but I thought I would take this opportunity to show you how a page like that comes to life. Of course, the process is never exactly the same, but I do use a lot of the same techniques, and I'm always working towards the same goal. Every entry in my journal tells a story, and they all contribute to the same story, my story. It's not just about creating something beautiful, although I definitely enjoy the process of using beautiful stationery and materials, but really it's about what those materials convey. What story do they tell, and how do they help embellish what I'm journaling about? The words tell a story on their own, but with the visuals, it helps to bring that story to life. It's the combination of the images and the words, your own unique handwriting paired with a photo of your experience, or a sticker that reminds you of the book you read, that best brings the memory to life. And is that not why we journal? To capture the fleeting moment, the emotion, the experience, and put it on the page so we can revisit it again and again. Wherever you are at in your journaling journey, I would encourage you to think about how you might bring creative and visual elements into it. I really believe that those elements, even something as simple as a doodle, help to tell the story and make the journal an even more beautiful reflection of you. Another way to capture the romance of the season is through taste. Of course, that means pumpkin pie spice and everything nice, as well as fall harvest and lots of soup. And these are all things that I like to document in my journal. For me, the food is a memory, and it takes me back not only to the taste, but also the experience of enjoying that food with friends and family. So I absolutely love making sure that I record the recipes for some of my all-time favorites in my journal. Here is my recipe for this stuffed pepper soup that I love making every fall. And the best part is, because I put it in my journal, I can always recreate the recipe year after year. I'd love to know what your favorite fall recipe is down in the comments, and if you ever incorporate recipes in your own journaling. There are so many ways to romanticize your life and to embrace this season, and I hope that this video has given you some ideas. But ultimately, you have to choose to go out and seek those opportunities to make memories worth documenting. In this regard, I think my journal speaks for itself. I sincerely hope that seeing how I've documented my own memories and all of my favorite things about the season will have inspired you to do the same. But I want you to remember that it's not just about the outcome, it's about the process, and it's important that you enjoy that too. So make sure that you are making journaling fun and cozy this time of year. Take yourself to a park and enjoy the cool breeze. Light a candle, make some cookies, have a favorite beverage, maybe with some pumpkin spice on top, and just enjoy the process of journaling, exploring your creativity, and documenting your life.